everyone. You are on Igniting Minds, the power of knowledge. And today we have very special guest, my dear friend Sanchita. Sanchita Rathi, she is from New Delhi, and I would like to hear something from her side. That how would you like to introduce yourself, Sanchita?
First of all, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure with you.
Thank you.
So my name is Sanchita and I am doing my master's in business analytics at University of New Haven, and it's been like an year since I am here. So yeah, 1 year is completed.
So how you're feeling now? I mean, how's the feeling right now? We are sitting here. And
So it's been a crazy journey. Like, of course, like it's I have been through a lot, and I'm sure people around here in the university who are international or maybe non-international, they're going through their own journey. So it's been crazy for me as well. But yeah, I mean, I feel overwhelmed that I got this opportunity with you to be here and doing this podcast with you. So of
Yay.
course, it's been really nice that I'm here. So it's crazy and the feeling is nice. So yeah.
Okay,
That's all.
so I would like to start with probably why business analytics? Why US? What
Okay.
was there like in your mind when you were thinking, choosing, the course and country?
Sure. So the story is not that short. It goes way back. So for everyone, it's like an impromptu decision. Like, oh, I might want to go and explore the other countries, and I might happen to do some kind of studies and everything. But for me, it's like a childhood dream. Like not many knows.
Wow.
Not many people knows. This is like my childhood dream. I always wanted to be outside and not just to have fun or travel, just to actually pursue something or be like a scholar person who has a degree in her hand. So I was very much education oriented, not career oriented, education oriented.
Okay.
Because my father is my role person. Like I look up to him, and he always used to say to me like, higher education makes a difference, and that's what I was getting feeded all the time, and that's how my aim to come abroad and to have a degree is something which is very child rooted, like deep rooted ambition.
So how do
yeah.
you define? You mentioned career oriented, no education oriented. So
Yes,
how do
yeah.
you define that?
So of course, so education oriented for me is someone who doesn't who have a lot of knowledge. Like even though knowledge doesn't means everything, but someone who has a tendency to capture the knowledge, the power of knowledge, and still knows his way, and still he remains or she remains down to earth and be grounded. So that's what I feel education
Yeah.
oriented is. So education is more about empowering yourself rather than aiming something or be desperate about going place to place. It's just about containing yourself, and you know everything. Sitting there and you know everything is very powerful.
Yeah, I
So,
can
yeah.
understand, and like our tagline is the power of knowledge, so I can relate to
Of
that.
course,
as well.
she knows the best,
Yeah.
guys.
So,
she knows.
yeah. It's been like you have, I guess, enter internship as well in 1 year, like back and forth, like you did so much. And I know like the internship was one of the, I guess, like a biggest achievement. So would you like to share like something
course.
about that? Like how did you get that? And something.
Yeah, of course. So this is like one question people have been asking me forth and back, and I would love to answer this
And
question.
I must say that getting internship job, very initial point when you are coming here, it's way beyond difficult, very difficult. So she has achieved that. So let's hear
That's
something.
very generous
Yeah.
of her. But yeah, I mean that's what I've been hearing too. Like if you get an internship in US at a very initial stage, you are like beating 90% of the competition, and it's not that easy. That's not that easy. You obviously has to stay focused, and it's a very dedicated thing. Like if you have this marked, like I want to make this happen, then it will happen. Have this in your minds that this is it. This is what I'm going for, and nothing else matters. So yeah,
The
my
secret.
journey,
Have you are talking about like that secret book, you know?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
which
exactly,
says universe
exactly.
gonna make
Make
this
it-
happen.
yeah.
Thing.
If you have decided something, it will definitely happen. There's no point. Like there is no pushing. You cannot just sit there thinking, "Oh, I have decided it, but I'm not really sure." It's not like that.
You need to put effort as
You
well.
have to you have to make efforts. You have to think about the disturbance and the barriers that will make you that makes you stop. You just have to keep going on because that's what you need. Just
So
keep
how
going
how
on.
you have started, and when you have started trying to identify, like, you know, this is the
course.
company, and
Yeah.
how's you felt like, okay, this is the moment I need to start now to get, like, if I'm getting like in January, so
Yeah.
when you thought?
So I came in last fall 2022 and I started my education, my master's in September 2022, and everything was very overwhelming to be here all by yourself, no family and everything. So yeah, I was making friends, making connection and everything was very different from what we have in India. So yeah, everything was going on, and all I knew was that okay, this is good, education is good, everything is fine, but what's next? So I have started planning what's ahead after my education, what if I'm done with my education. So I knew that I need some experience for sure because I don't come from a experienced background. So you should know that I don't have any experience, guys. I'm directly coming from my undergrad degree. I did my bachelor's in computer science engineering, and after then I'm here for my master's. So there was not a single duration of time when I was doing any kind of work in India. So no experience, and now I have to prove myself because I don't have any experience. I have to stand among people who have experience and who are here for their master's degree as well. Like they have experience, now they will have their master's degree, and I don't have any experience, just my master's degree.
But this is something like I think you are giving the benchmark, or like you are giving certain vision for a student who are just passing out, who don't know like what needs to be done, or
Yes.
they don't have certain goals as well.
Yes.
So you are coming here trying to figure out like, okay, what I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
Still you are in the journey, but still you are trying to. That's one of the, I think,
So
good
if
thing.
you want to get yourself into corporate world, then you should know that education is good. It's great. It's like one of the thing that will will open your pathway towards experiences. But you still need to have something on your resume or as your part of skills in order to get started. So yeah, so that's when I knew that I had to get myself started. And it's a misconception that if you don't have any experience, you won't get your hands on anything. It's a misconception, guys. Don't go for it, even though if you don't come from an experienced background, or if you come from an experienced background, don't be so proud about yourself like, oh, I'll get it anyway, I have experience, I have this and that. No, it's nothing like that. You have to be very focused toward it. Like, you know that I have to start applying each and every day. You have to make yourself a target, be target determined, be career oriented determined. So this is the way you have to decide your to do tasks and lists. So this is how you should go. So this is what
How
I was
you
doing.
used to plan? I mean, so every day you have, right? I mean, like you got, I believe, like in the month of January 2023.
Yes.
So how many months before you have started, and what was like every day to do things for you to come up, like to do, like before the bed, like you have to do this.
Yeah.
So how you used to plan?
Yeah, so I came in fall 2022. So after 15 to 20 days of being here, I knew I have to get myself internship. So what I used to do, I first started working on my resume because that's the foremost important thing. I have to make my resume in a US style, like Western style resume, because they don't accept an Asian style resume or an Indian style resume. So I have
And
to
the
go-
major difference actually in India, we have like couple of pages. And here what I have noticed, like it's a one or two, it's a max like which you
Exactly.
can put.
So it's like just one pager, or you must have a cover letter, because Even though
Yeah.
they won't read your cover letter much, but it should be there because it shows that you're ready, you're all set, you're all prepared. Even though they don't have time to read your cover letter when you're applying for the jobs, but you have to be ready with your documents and everything, that you're all set for this job and you want to get hired, you want to get interviews. So yeah, so I worked for my resume. I took my sweet time. It took me about 1 month to make my resume because I want to have everything on my resume, because again, I don't have any experience. So I want everything on my resume which is knowledgeable, subject knowledge, which contains skills, which contains my undergrad projects and potential projects that I will do in future and I'm interested in doing in future. So it should have everything. So I worked for my resume. I took my time for like 1 month, and then by October I started applying everywhere. Like, I would recommend, if you guys are new to this platform, start using Indeed.com, Glassdoor. These are the platforms that are very highly recommendable, because you will be able to directly go to the company website, and that's how you will be able to apply. Don't go for LinkedIn as such, because LinkedIn is for networking. It won't land you a job. So if you're someone who is good at networking, I would suggest you to go for LinkedIn. But if you're someone who just want to apply and just wait for the interviews, then just go to the company's website and take your sweet time and apply for the jobs.
I think like both the ways would be like more, if you are approaching recruiters also, like on the other hand, and also like applying on the other side, like would force
Would be,
it
would
be
land, like, that would be able to get you more opportunities for sure.
Yeah.
But you should know what's your strength are and what's your positive points are. If you're good at someone who's good at networking, then just go ahead, start connecting with people on LinkedIn, on everywhere. Recruiters reach out to people. That's amazing. You will be able to make a image of yourself. That will be good. But if you're someone who's like, no, I just want to apply and then let's see, then you can just take your time and just work
it
on
take
it.
probably like more time than usual.
Yeah, exactly. But just do it. Do not wait for it. Just do it. So my target used to be like, I used to apply 10 to 12, 13 jobs every day. And
Wow.
I don't really know how many jobs I have applied for. Like, I lost track of counting.
So you used to make every resume as per the job description because what I
Yeah.
have understood so far, like that if you are making this like as per the job description, that will be focused more, like people will see like more, and it will get selected by the tools as well. There are like specific tools who will not even let you in to the recruiters screen.
So you're asking like if I had a specific resume
Yeah.
for each profile. Like,
Yeah.
So that's another misinformation that people have, that make resume for every other, like different jobs should have different resume. I would suggest you not to go for it, because this won't land you the job you want to have. If you want to make a career in a specific field you are interested in, then you should have just one resume, because you need your dream job. You don't just want to go to a corporate world and be tired, like, I can't work on this because this is something I'm not interested in. No. Also, the US government won't let you work anything other than your field. So you should be restricted
So
to your
you
field.
mean to say, if there is any you have decided to become a business analyst,
Exactly.
so you need to focus a business analyst and
Exactly.
like find out like
Yeah.
only those jobs and like keep applying for positions.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you are someone who's doing a computer science engineering, and you want to be a computer science scientist or data engineer or anything sort of that, so you should be focused towards around the area. Use the topics in your resume that comes under the computer science engineering or data engineer role. So use those subject keywords in your resume so that they are able to keep track of those words. If your company, if suppose you have applied to a company and they are using a AI machine to scan your resume, they would know that okay, these are the keywords this person is using, so this can be a potential employer, so they will give you an interview. So look out for the look out for the jobs that you actually want to do. Don't go for random things and make your resume fit according to the position. So don't fit your resume according to the jobs that are there or open. So that's
so
what I'm saying.
what are the like challenges? I mean, like it's pretty much like 2-3 months it took, like from October you have started and then you got it like in January. It's quite good number of months. So what was the difficult part you felt during this process?
Okay, so difficult part to get an interview for sure.
Okay.
Because I was getting rejected, and it's okay. Like, rejection is not a bad thing. It's just, you know that you are just getting there. You will get there. So I was getting rejected, and that was difficult part at the same time. But
sometimes you feel like your moral also get down.
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I keep applying?
Negative
Why it's not
energy.
happening?
Why it's not happening?
Why I'm not getting?
Will I be able to land a job or not? So that were the negatives. But even though negatives were there, I still want to see a ray of hope, which was an interview. So getting an interview was a very hard thing for sure, because I used to get calls and there were scam calls as well, guys. So yeah, be aware, because make sure that you're putting your resume on a proper appropriate site, because you don't want to pass out any kind of information to to scammers or everything. So I used to get scam call as well, saying that, oh, we will hire you and this and that, you have to pay us. So do not pay any company, because a company won't take money from you, because that's not the process
of US.
So the interview will come for you, and then that's how the normal procedure are. Do not lend your money to anyone.
So how did you feel like when it's been like a month and you did not getting like interviews and all, and the moment you have that in your dashboard? How was that?
I went crazy. It was bizarre. I was like all over. I started calling my parents saying, I got the job, I made it.
And how much it took time, like probably?
Yeah, so I started applying in October, and I had my first interview after 2 months of applying every day. I had my first interview in December.
Wow.
And that was with SMBC itself. That was my first interview, and that was the company who gave me a job. So it's a very rare thing. Like, you have to go through plenty of jobs before you land a proper
So
job.
you got one interview and you got selected?
So I actually got 3 interviews, but SMBC was the first interview I had to give. So when I gave my first interview, it was like a half an hour interview with my manager, and that was all about introduction, and he was introducing me, I was introducing him, and they made it pretty clear that they want me in the next round, because that's how the US interviews are. If they want you, they will let you know upfront. You don't have to wait for the call.
Thing, like they say it, communication is very simple.
Very simple. Communication is the key, guys. So so they will make it very clear if they want you on board, if you want you in the second round. So I went ahead with my first round, and my manager, who was supposed to be my potential boss in the future, so he told me that you are on for the next round, we'll give you a call and we'll tell you about the second round. So I was done with my first round in this mid-December, when we were having our first semester exams and everything in between. Then I had to manage my exams, and I had to manage the interviews as well. So
how did you like manage your study and the work? I mean, was it like crazy for you, handling?
It was too much, but I'm sure this is not all. I have so many things ahead in my future which are going to be greater. So yeah, it was too much, but you have to handle it, because you are an adult. No one is there to handle on behalf of you. So you have to take care of yourself and everything. You have to feed yourself some food and get started with everything. So yeah, it was tough, but no, you know that this is the one thing you want from the beginning.
Yeah, so I feel like the moment you get and feel, then you understand what you are getting it. Like when you realize what you actually like achieve so far, not other students, so that probably like put you top of the moon, like that I got it. I mean, there are
Yeah.
like very few people or student over here that got the internship, and I was one of them. So my
Yeah.
worth like focusing it. So that's so amazing,
Yeah.
and congratulations
Thank
for
you
that.
so much.
You
Thank
did
you so
like
much.
two, I think like two
Two
semester.
semesters.
You
I
did it?
worked for 2 semesters for SMBC Capital Markets. Yeah,
So you
for
got
2
like
semesters.
quite good dollars in your
Yeah.
pocket, which is
Dollars, baby.
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So I mean, apart from that, it's like I feel what else I can ask, and what kind of vision now you are thinking. Now you
Yeah.
are in second semester, so properly. So what is your vision going forward, and how you gonna take skill set? What kind of skill set you are planning to improve?
Yeah, so one thing what I've learned from my internship was like no knowledge is enough. Even though you have done your masters, again that comes to the education oriented thing. No knowledge is enough.
Mhm.
If you think you have done masters or you have landed internship now,
Yeah.
that's not enough. You need to hustle even more because that now the race has begun, and your race is with yourself, with no one else. So now the race has begun, and in order to make yourself even more powerful in terms of knowledge and management and everything, you have to keep your hustle going on, read more, do more projects, articles, anything that comes in your mind which you are passionate about. Go ahead, keep going on. So personally, my vision is that I aim to be a business intelligence specialist. I want to work on database management expert and everything. I aim to be that kind of person for sure in the future because it's fascinating to me. It's fascinating. I'm fascinated about data and everything. So I actually want to go around that area. But my vision is that just keep going on. Do not stop. This is not the end of it. Life is big, and yeah, there's no end to it. Now it has begun. Now the actual world is here. The real world is here.
Mhm.
So
So what
that's-
kind of like probably in this role and internship, what you used to do, and how it's like making? Is there any like skill set which you have improved during the internship?
Okay. Yeah, I think communication skills, that is the number one skill. And
Uh-huh.
like even though you are going for an interview,
Mhm.
they definitely want to see how much of a fluent person you are. Like, are you able to put your feelings or your perspective right in front of them? So communication skill is like the one of the most important thing to you. And even though if you are done with your internship or with your job, in the end it really matters. Like, you know that you are able to communicate way better than before. And why communication skills matter, because whenever you are working with any kind of projects or anything, they want to know what kind of perspective of opinion you bring to the table and ideas and everything. So that's what I think communication skills are really important. It's awesome, tools and techniques and technical stuff, non-technical stuff. It's awesome, that. That's
But
great.
communication is basic.
But communication, if you do not know how to communicate, then all of this doesn't matter. Like, you are just a simple person who is working on your laptop. That's all.
Mhm.
But if you are able to interact, you are able to share a word of wisdom and everything, then it's something. You're
Yeah.
leveling up in life. So communication skills is the key, guys.
So,
that's the thing.
if I may ask, if you are advising any student who wants to pursue business analytics and get the internship, what kind of like skill set, like probably you can say three top skills which you feel business analytics has that kind of power which you can get that job easily?
3 skills.
Yeah,
Okay.
which you have experienced, like because now you have seen like a little world in through your
As a
internship as
business
well.
analyst.
Yeah.
Okay, so you should be a key observer, like, because analysis is all about being a good observant, because you have to manage the technical world and the management world. Like, you are the bridge to them. Like,
Mhm.
even though you're handling projects, you should be able to have this proper flow between the management and between the business world and between the technical world.
Mhm.
So be a key observant. And second is obviously communication skills, definitely, because you are managing this bridge. So if you don't able to
So you should be
well,
very clear what company is asking, and you should be very clear where
what
the
you are
client.
delivering. Yeah, so what you are gathering and what you are delivering should be very much clear to each user,
Have that
each
understanding
employee.
as
Have
well.
that understanding. Key observation is very important, because if you're not a key observation, you might be doing everything wrong, because you're just letting it go away, and you might not be a good employee for sure. So key observation, communication skills, and third would be like be sincere. I think like it's not a skill for sure. Like be
What
sincere.
about like tools or something? You don't want to include that?
Tools? I
Or
would.
this is necessary for a business scientist? It is necessary.
What you individually bring to a table is very important, because even though if you are someone who is not familiar with their tool, because whatever you learn in the masters or in your bachelor's, it's good, it's great, but when you go out to the company, they have their own platform.
Correct.
And they want you to be a quick learner, to be able to adapt.
They want you to learn like their own
platforms,
tools.
their own tools and everything. So you have to start over again. Like, okay, this is not what I've read in my schools. So this is something like, so be quick learner. Yeah, so be a quick learner for sure. Like if they're offering you something to work on, be quick enough to get it started.
Observe and like try to make it on roll.
Yeah, exactly. Like roll it on.
Yeah. So what is like your best skill, I would say, like your favorite tools you would like to mention, or you feel like that helped you a lot?
Okay, so I as a computer science student, I would say Python. I love Python, but now I'm a business analyst student. I love dashboarding now, so I would say like
The visualization,
beautiful graphs, beautiful figures, Power BI, Tableau. These are just amazing tools that will give you a proper outputs and everything. So as a business analyst student, I love dashboarding now. I love to play with data and want to bring something out of it, like to represent something, emphasize it, and make it a beautiful tables or graphs or figures and everything. But somewhere I'm a computer student too, so I feel like coding is fun. I'm Python is something I would love
that's
to go
nice.
for. Yeah.
So like you have gained a lot, I believe, and I feel you are ready to take another challenge on your way.
Of course,
and
definitely.
you're gonna crash that.
Definitely. I am also ready to get started over again and like just bring it on. Everything is coming on my way.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a little challenge over here. So I'm gonna ask probably like some. We're gonna have like some chits over here.
Of course.
And we'll pick and we'll ask the question. Are you ready?
I am.
So I'm gonna ask my chits to be here. Woo! Okay, now we have like some few chits. Okay, so let's one which we're gonna pick. Okay, cool. Here is the one. What's gonna come here? Let's see.
I hope there are good questions.
Okay, it's a good one. So, best memory you had in US or UNH?
Okay. So it's been since a year. By the way, good question.
Okay.
It's been since a year. So when I was a bachelor student, I was not able to do my freshers and everything. I never had a graduation ceremony because of COVID.
Oh,
So
sad.
I was not able to do my freshers as well, because I don't know, my college was stupid or something. So I was able to experience the orientation ceremony, the first thing, which was very important to me, because I never ever had this kind of ceremony in my life. So it was like beginning of something. Like I was all new here, so many new faces around me, and I'm getting to know people, and I don't know what lies ahead in my life now, like what's my life is gonna be now from now onwards. So it was very new and exciting at the same time. I was nervous and I was looking forward to so many opportunities. So orientation day is something which will always bring me back to the memories. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
okay, this is the day, and I still remember the day now. Like, it was 21st August, 22 August. Sorry, guys. It was
Okay.
21 and 22nd August of 2022. So it was a huge day. Like
You met like so many students, made friends.
we had good food,
Yeah.
and celebrations are going on, and we were being respected.
Let's pick another chit. What we have. I need some tough question. Okay. Yay, I got it. I got it. Okay. Which university office you had the best experience and why? So, multiple offices,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
OGI cell and immigration office, business of business building.
Of course,
So I'm
of
like,
course.
which office helped you and why?
Okay, so I am in a Pompeii College of Business, so I would obviously go ahead with my department in which I'm a student. So I would credit my business department and my business professors. So they were helpful enough because
Any professor name you would like to mention? Who was the person? Just trying to make it like little.
I think every professor were helpful in their own way, because I don't want to credit someone, just one particular person, because each of them were so very helpful to me.
Mhm.
Like, they were there for me and they guided me throughout. So I just want to put one professor over the other. That's not me, because that's the person I'm like keeping everyone equal, and like everyone is the same for me. So it was great having to work, having to be as a professor and then work, being under as their students, because there was so many knowledge I was able to acquire, and not just knowledge, like they were able to give me a particular direction, like, okay, this is something I can do in my future. And I would also say that when I was applying for the jobs, I actually reached out to each professor and I asked them their direction, like which field do you think I would be more capable was, because I actually want to know what kind of person I can be in future. Although I was very focused towards what I want to be, but I want to gain the other perspective as well, like what I can be
And
good
I
as.
think like a professor and teacher, they are like, they know you best.
They know you the
Where
best.
your
Like, you are
strength
good at
lies.
this. You will be able to do this.
Yeah.
So I actually reached out to each of my professors who were my Power BI professor, Gadi, Kadir, and my operation management professor, Alan.
Oh,
And
wow, Alan. Okay.
Yeah, so I was able to reach out to every one of them, and I was able to talk to them about like what could be my career perspective would be
Oh,
like.
that's
in
so
the future.
wonderful.
So,
You got like a
yeah.
right direction through them.
Yeah,
I'm
of
so
course.
amazed. That's so nice. Okay, now we have another question. Let's see what it is. Okay, I want to skip this. I really want to skip this. I want to choose something else, but I want to give like something else. Okay. Okay. Which skill you want to develop during your internship unexpectedly?
During my internship, or like
or probably like a generic, like
Okay.
which you did not imagine that you're gonna learn something, but you ended up learning that.
Okay. Yeah, that's very rare thing, but okay, let's give it a try. So, I I created my resume on this platform called overleaf.com.
Okay.
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome,
yeah,
because
yeah,
this is very rare thing. Like, nobody really knows this about this platform. Because
yeah. That's, and I must say that like when I got to know, I was so good. I must say that it's a key.
Yeah.
Use it. It's a key. It's a power. So, yeah.
It's a resume building platform, and you have this various templates.
Mhm.
But there is a trick. The trick is that if you want to make your resume stand out, you have to code a little bit, because all of this resumes are developed using a latex language, which is a coding language, but it's not very high profile language, like, oh, I'm not from a computer background, I don't really know coding or programming. Like, if you just need to get used to it, and you will learn how to edit and how to remove and everything. So it's just like an editing platform, so it won't be an issue for you to get started on this platform. So yeah, so I was recommended by a friend who told me that use this platform, it will be good for your resume building. When I was working on my resume and I don't know where to get started, because everyone was working on Word document, but I want to do something unique and different.
So this one, Overleaf.
Yes,
good.
Overleaf, guys, go ahead with this one.
Like providing this platform for students, like, Sanchita.
Yeah, and I had no idea about this platform and the latex language. I don't know what this language is all about, but when I got started with this, I was like, I got pretty good at it. And this is the funny part. I actually put latex as a skill in my resume.
Whoa! This is something like you have put.
Exactly. I know, now I'm used to it now. That means I can put this in my skills. So why not? It should be there on my skills.
Yeah. Okay. That's good one. Now another last one which I'm gonna pick. Let's see. I'm gonna move up with this. What I am getting. Let's see. Yes. Best person support you have received in University of New Haven. What's that?
This is the toughest question ever.
Okay.
Oh my god, I want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. So, and I will repeat myself again. I put everyone equally. So there's no person.
But here you have to take the person. You need to tell me.
I will give all the credits to myself because I did all the hard work. I was here all by myself in my ups and downs. I was there alone and figuring out what to do, what's next, what should be my goal next. So I would definitely give this credit to me, and I'm not bragging myself or anything. It's just how I feel about myself, because there would be times when you will find yourself alone, and you should enjoy your company more than you should start enjoying any other companies, because people will enjoy your company only when you're enjoying your company. So that's the thing. So
keep supporting
yourself. Yeah.
Keep giving credits to yourself that you came so far. I mean, so much effort, so much barriers you have come across, and you are doing really good.
Gives a thumbs up to yourself, because you got this. You got this. And
and like something which is written in behind us, I am proud of you. You are doing great. So I just came in this room, and I just read this. After reading, I felt like so good.
Yeah.
So normal line. So put yourself like somewhere you are doing so good. Give credit. So it was such a lovely talking to you, Sanchita, and I'm wishing you very best for your career.
Thank you so much.
And I'm pretty much sure you're gonna have like this job very soon in United States.
Yeah.
So
I got this, guys.
Yeah.
You too. You as well. If I can do it, you can do it too.
Yeah. So with this, we had a lovely talking with Sanchita, and next time we'll see another student and another faculty. You never know who's gonna come to next. So keep watching Igniting Minds, the power of knowledge. Don't forget the knowledge part.
Subscribe, like, and comment.
Thank you. Bye.